Hey guys, welcome back to Navigating Neva. I am Nicole Fairfield. This is my YouTube page, and today I am going to tell you how we can lead with heart and skill. So it's the magic of skills through play. This is actually based on a little boy I had a few weeks ago. He came to my swim lesson. It was late afternoon. He had been at a birthday party. He had fallen asleep in the car on the way there, and when he got there, let's go through what happened. So, lesson contents. He was 2.5 years old. The lesson was only 20 minutes. His emotional state is he had just woken up. He was crying and he was resistant. So instead of bartering with him and wasting time, I just quickly adapted. And here's what we did. So the initial challenge is that the child was emotionally overwhelmed. He was crying and he repeatedly kept asking for his mom. So essentially, he just woke up and he's like not fully awake yet. But nevertheless, it's time for our lesson and he's there. So he didn't want to participate and do anything that we normally do. We do our bubbles, we do our glides, we do all of our core strength that we do on a daily basis, and he was having none of that. So I stayed calm. I was cheerful and I was flexible. I was ready to adapt the lesson to him to get done whatever he needed to get done. So I used gentle persistence and I shifted to the structure of play. So our creative pivot here is that I brought out our wall poppers, which I have all the time. We would have used them anyway later in the day, but I adapted it and we used them first. So I put the wall poppers on the wall and then he plucked them off. I'm not really sure how I got him to do this because he was really not having anything. I think it's he wouldn't do our kicks and he wouldn't do our glides, so I introduced the wall poppers and then I made it into a game. So we took the toy for a ride. He pulled it off the wall, which is a skill we do, and the wall popper went on the kickboard. We used the kickboard as a boat. So, boat rides, it's the game begins. This means he got to practice his front glides. He also got to practice falling forward. So going vertical to horizontal is a big skill that I do because, well, we have to be able to do that to swim or for safety. So our game was motorboat. I love motorboat. Motorboat is repetitive travel. So we went from where we were to the line and back. But each time we went slow and then faster, faster, faster. So motorboat is motorboat, motorboat goes so slow. Motorboat, motorboat goes so fast. Motorboat, motorboat steps on the gas. If you follow me on TikTok, I actually have a little card that has this song for you. Each toy got its own ride. So each time we pulled a wall popper off, we put it on the kickboard, we took it for a ride. So we were kind of like the boat guy, where you go on your boat ride. So every wall popper got to take a ride. Then we did water walking. I know everybody thinks that's a crazy concept, but it's really important. So he walked across the stairs. A sun deck wouldn't be deep enough. I like to use the stairs because you want the children to be at the level that is a challenge to them. So maybe chest deep, neck deep, waist deep, hip deep. You're walking and then we were retrieving our toys. So this practiced getting them vertical in the water, which helps build core strength and strengthens their back and gives them the support they need. Wall interactions. So we stick the toys to the wall, and that was part of the story. The toys were watching the splashing show. So if we were kicking our feet, we were the splashing show. The splash show. The child led on the step and practiced big leg splashes. And so we sat and kicked, and then we flipped over on our belly and we kicked, and this helped us develop leg propulsion and confidence in the water. Then we worked on our arms. So you want to practice your arms. You can put a child on a noodle like this. There's many ways that you can practice your arms. And then we threw a toy out, and with the child on the noodle like this, the child used arms. You can use symmetrical, you can use alternating or symmetrical. And that was our rescue mission. I would throw a toy and we would go out, we would get the toy and we would bring it back. Here she is saving the toy. She's reaching down to grab the toy. It's a little bit out of her reach. The goal is she has to get it. That is a skill on the American Red Cross preschool aquatics papers. Then we return to the wall. Child returned to the wall after each rescue. What's really important here is that we're reinforcing the independence and self-rescue. So I am holding here under the armpits. Sometimes I'll hold the fingers, but the point is we're this way because we were swimming and we've got to pull our hips and our legs down to the step. So I don't want to manipulate them too much. I want them to use their own strength and muscle development to go from a horizontal to a vertical position, which is standing. Then we sit and we fall in. So you can practice entering the water from a seated position. She's going to sit here and she initiates the fall. She falls forward. We're going to monkey down the wall. So we're going to go down the wall, and I like to do this in sequence. We can put a toy right here. We can start at the steps where we can stand. We can't stand anymore. We're going to monkey, monkey, monkey. When you get here, or maybe there's a toy right here. When you get here, you're going to push off the wall and go to the instructor. So now you've done a circuit, and then you can swim back and stand. So you put all of our skills together. So the emotional shift, we went from resistance and crying and to laughter and focus and pride. So you want to finish each session engaging and successful. Anytime they're upset, I just redirect to a happier time. The teaching strategy here was we connected before correction. The play was the bridge. Play is how we got the skills accomplished. The objective didn't change. So the skills that we practiced in this lesson, we did front glides, we did kicks, we did big arms, we did wall walking, we worked on getting our face wet, which encompasses breath control, wall navigation, and body balance, balancing your body position. So the instructor's role was to observe, to glide, and to be a play partner. I modeled calm energy, flexibility, and joy, not to mention I was there the whole time in case anything happened. Why this works. Child-led, emotional, safe environment. So the child was leading the lesson. I mean, I was leading the lesson, but the child felt like they were in control. We did the same skills with repetition. So we did it again, we did it again, we did it again. And we used imagination to support regulation. So the key takeaways here are start where the child is emotionally. This child was crying. They just woke up from a nap. Use a story or toys as a learning tool. I did. We grabbed some toys. We made it a game. Embed skills into imaginative play. Make a game. And then celebrate small wins. Adaptability matters. Having a plan is great, but reading the child and adjusting is powerful. Your mindset is going to shift the tone. Your creativity fuels the connection, and your joy makes swimming safe and fun. Don't forget that you're the model here. They're looking at you. So, for a comprehensive checklist, here's some questions you guys can ask yourself. What strategy helps shift the child from crying to engaged? Name 3 skills practiced during our boat ride game. I'll help you here. Obviously, we practiced kicking. Practice core strength and balance and stability, trying to get our little body into a streamlined position. And we practiced initiation of them falling forward to initiate that launch. So they worked on their front glide. Why was splashing on the top step beneficial? Well, it got them wet, it got them happy, it got them motivated. Not to mention it worked on our leg muscles, helped with our propulsion that we're going to use for our game. What role did the toys play in this lesson? How did the instructor balance flexibility and structure? So please share in the comments what you guys do. If you have other suggestions, share them. I like to share with everybody. Don't need to reinvent the wheel if it's already there. And what do you want to see? Do you want to see more? Reflection question. Go ahead and think about a time when a child was resistant and to the planned activity. What creative shift could you try to re-engage them through play? Don't forget to like, follow, and come back for more.